Hello everybody, my name is Artemis, and we're going to continue with my drawing of Markiplier, because I am trying to improve my art skills, and that requires me to draw on a daily basis. Most of the time I'm drawing like right after work and everything, but today is Friday, so I changed, and I actually put like makeup on and shit, because Lord knows women aren't taken seriously unless they're wearing makeup. And I honestly just really love makeup. So, I threw some makeup on. I normally like during the weekends I do the full contour and everything. I look completely different. But then during the week I'm just too tired when I wake up in the morning. So I just say fuck it and I go into work like a hobgoblin. So, yeah, the nice thing is like you fucking hate your art in the middle of making it. You do. You absolutely do. But then as soon as you take a break and you walk away and you come back to it the very next day, you actually think it looks okay. And I actually think it looks okay now. So frequently taking breaks away from your computer and your artwork is a good thing. But I'm going to be trying to do shorter episodes. I'm going to try to film 2 episodes at like just stop in the middle and then just keep drawing because I draw for a long period of time now, but it's just too long for videos. People aren't going to watch them that long. So, yeah. So I'm doing that. And if you might have noticed, if you've watched my other videos, which I only have 2 out so far, my other videos, you'll see that the webcam is slightly different. I figured out the settings to the webcam, $60 webcam from Best Buy. So, figured it out. I also moved the lighting that I'm using just a little bit. It's just a single light bulb sitting on top of my TV, and it gets really hot, so I have an oven mitt sitting underneath it. Because that's not dangerous at all. And speaking of dangerous electronics, I have, what the fuck am I doing? I just keep talking. I'm not focusing on what I'm doing. Um, Speaking of dangerous electronics, I also was an idiot, and I don't have a proper place for my food, or not my food, my coffee. So, that's sitting directly behind the webcam. So that's a disaster waiting to happen. You know what, actually, I think this is okay. We're just going to ignore the glasses as is. We're going to ignore them. What is the smallest... Here, I want to see. What is the smallest line I can... That is pretty small. Okay. No. Okay. I wanted to make the smallest line possible, and we're going to darken it. No, stop it. I just want to... No, stop it. I'll just do the big one because the big one is easier to control. Anyway, okay. Get rid of you. I don't want the okay, good. And I don't want the puck showing up anymore. It's called a puck. In Autodesk Sketchbook, this is called a puck. This is the utensil puck, that's the color puck. I wanted the thinnest line possible, but black so you could still see it. What shape are his glasses? I'm not looking at the references. I can't see his glasses because that's so pixelated. Okay. 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 Calm down. Okay. You like literally just started. Calm the fuck down. Deep breaths. I'm actually having fun drawing again because I can talk while I draw and not feel like an idiot. I mean, I talk to myself all the time. I live alone, so I'm kind of forced to talk to myself. There's no one else to talk to, and I don't have any friends to talk to. So that's not me like making a joke about not having friends. I literally don't have friends. I don't know if I'm going to release all the other videos I made. They're pretty much practice videos leading up to this, and I've talked about it in those videos, but haven't talked about it in these videos. One of the big reasons I'm improving my life is because I'm kind of dealing with a very abusive coworker. It's gotten to the point where her boss and labor relations and her were all called into a meeting at one time together. I don't know everything that was happened or said in that meeting, but apparently they had words with her about her behavior towards me. So I'm And it has gotten better. It has. But it's still just so uncomfortable working there, and we're the only two people stuck in this room at all times. So I'm quitting my job. My boss is amazing. She already knows and everything. I told her, like, hey, I'm going to start applying to jobs now. I gave her the update, and I said, when I do get a job, I'm going to ask the new employers, can I, instead of doing a 2-week notice, I'm going to do a 3-week notice so I can help train the next person to come in. I want to do everything I can to help the new person and to help my old boss and everything, because, or my current boss technically, because she is amazing and has been so helpful throughout all of this. So I'm just kind of alone right now. I moved out of my old apartment, where I was living with my sister and my brother and my nephew and my sister's boyfriend. Um, and I lived with them for 2.5 years. Okay, I'm just gonna lock the layer and change the colors. Back. There's a lock button. I couldn't find it. Anyway, so I just I was in what's the word? College. I was in college. I got a bachelor's in theater, and I had some friends in college. Anyway, I was in college, UW Whitewater, Wisconsin Whitewater, and I graduated, and I moved from Whitewater. What do I want now? I don't know what I want to do right now. Um, let's work on his facial hair because I can. Actually, no, I'll do that in shading, I think. In color. Let's work on the color palette. Let's work with color. I like color. Okay, so usually I'm going to stop my story and go to my teaching. Usually, okay, if I have a reference, I take my colors directly from the picture. If I if I'm creating my own person, it will be at this point that I'm like, what color skin do I want? I will pull up somebody with the same color skin, and I will take a palette from them so it's accurate colors. Like, for example, I'm going to put up on the screen a picture I did on my phone. I've been working on this for a couple months now. It is a picture of Holly Short from Artemis Fowl, and she is described as having darker olive tone skin. Everybody, oh my god, everybody whitewashes her. Like, even the fucking comic that was released, like, but that's official comic that was made by the same publishing company that the publishing company paid someone to draw. They made her white as snow, and it's so frustrating. And then they also did the same to Butler. Butler, another character in it, is half Asian, half European. He was raised in Ireland, but they very clearly call him Euro Asian man. He is both, and they describe his sister, who is full-blooded sister, or anything, not half-blooded or anything. His full-blooded sister, a stunning blend of Asian and Caucasian. That is literally how they describe her in the first book. So everyone was white, and it looked like shit. And like it wasn't just that they looked like shit. It was he had. Is this a no? It's not. I want it. Opacity 100. Why are you not showing up? Why are you not showing up then? Which? Oh, I think I'm in the wrong layer. Give me a sec. Let's make a layer here. There. Okay. I'm just gonna make my color palette. It's on a separate layer. I'm just taking and dragging. Anyway, so they just did a horrible job with them, and like, he's not buzz cut. He has really bad hair. And he's like not he's big muscular guy, but they made him look like he was more. He's like what the Three Stooges would interpret it as, a big tough guy, if that makes sense. I'll at this point, I'm gonna edit in, note to self, edited a picture of what Butler and Holly look like in the comics right now. Anyway, okay. So usually when I have a character, whether it's a character I've made up or taken from a reference, I take the little eyedropper tool and I just go to the different colors and oh, that's the same color I got before. I just go to the different colors that I did before. Is this? Oh, that is like it's still the dark. Okay, yeah. Anyway, um, this is probably next darkest, you know, and I just get a wide variety of the colors that they use. And I want to actually, well, it's okay. It's on a separate layer, so I can totally go over his face. It's not an issue. Not an issue in the slightest. Um, yeah, so I just kind of sample from all over. But then I know it's accurate, realistic colors. Okay. Yeah. What else was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about being friendless and home and changing homes and shit. Yeah. Um, so my life is depressing and not really actually. I am actually doing better now than I've like ever done in my life. I didn't expect like I did not expect to be able to live on my own successfully by the age of 25. I thought I wouldn't get to that point until like at the earliest 32. I was terrified. The fact that I'm like living on my own successfully is like my biggest fucking um my confidence has soared through the roof. I'm very happy with how my life is. I am changing jobs. I'm getting out. Like the only reason I stayed was because everyone else had dealt with this lady before, had quit within 3 to 4 months. From what I understand, from what I've heard, everyone quit within like 3 to 4 months of dealing with her. They're all temporary people. I'm the only one that stayed long enough to build a case against her to bring it to her bosses. So, um, now that I've successfully done that and everything, and I've ensured that the next person who's coming in doesn't have to deal with as many issues as me. They'll have to deal with some issues, but most of it's taken care of. I just feel really confident in myself. I have achieved a lot. And as for the no friends thing, I moved from Whitewater, where I had friends, to Madison, and I just don't know anybody. And when I was living with my sister, I would go to work and come home, and I literally had no time to meet anybody. Now I've fallen into that routine, but even with the like when I changed jobs to the current place, which I've been at for a year and a half, I want to start making friends. And one of the passive aggressive abusive things she did was she would get mad at me if someone came down to the room and started talking to me. She would, if I talked to anyone, she would then get incredibly angry and she would go around the room. As soon as the person was gone, she would go around the room and find things that I did wrong and yell at me saying that I did it wrong, even if it was something that I didn't do, she did, even if it was correct, or even if it's like she's yelling at me about step two or about step five and I'm only on step two. So she just is really out there. She has gotten better to an extent, but it's just to the point where it's still really awkward in the room. So I'm leaving. I'm jumping ship. Um, yeah. Oh, what did that's his neck. Why did I erase his neck? Okay. So now is that his, that's his skin too. It's just underneath it's before the bow tie. Anyway, this is why you always look at your reference pictures and you don't ignore them. So yeah, I was pretty much if anyone came and talked to me before they talked to her, I was actively punished afterward, in multiple ways with multiple things. So I never really made any friends at this current job. So and I couldn't make any friends when I first moved to Madison because I didn't know anybody. And it's gotten to the point where I'm 25 and literally the only people I talk to outside of work are my brother, my sister's boyfriend, and then my parents. And my nephew, but he's a child, so he's doesn't count as he's in fourth grade. He doesn't count as proper social interaction for a 25-year-old. So, yeah. So, no, I do not have friends. No, that is not a joke. I'm not trying to do that for the lulz. But it's okay because the whole point of me starting the YouTube series, the whole fucking point of all this fucking bullshit is to improve my skills for me, not for anyone else, but for me, and to do so while learning to kind of talk and present myself. And I'm doing a horrible job of it, I know. But hey, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So yeah, I feel good. And that's something this time last year I could not say about myself. This time last year was when I was first starting to come to turn. Like, I fucking knew from like the first moment she started that she was abusive, but it was this time last year that I finally started talking to my boss about it, saying, yeah, she's a lot to handle. So, okay, so now here's where we go in and we go and we select the colors that I grabbed. So I just selected this color. What do I want to use as my drawing utensil? I don't know. Now I'm just kind of, I can't even fucking see that one. Marker? Marker's good, except for, you can clearly, like, see through it. Like, you can't really even see it too well on top of the face. It takes quite a lot of layers for you to tell. So, it's good for when you have a dark shade going on top of a light shade. I have a light shade going on top of a dark shade, so it doesn't really work for my uses right at the moment. It doesn't work for me at the moment. This is the airbrush thing. That's super light and super pinkish. Um, Actually, I've probably been filming for about long enough to be a short episode without too much editing. So I'm actually going to stop right here, surprisingly. Thank you for watching. I didn't even fucking do anything. How about I'll do highlight and low light and then I'll stop the episode, okay? Okay. So we're not even going to do anything fancy because I just want to get this. So we're just going to do the here and here. And we're going to pretend he's contouring because makeup gives you skills in art. All right, and then we're gonna do this color, and now we're gonna go just like come on, slightly, and that's the smallest it goes. Screw you. What are you doing? You're not doing anything. Why are you not drawing any? Oh, you're drawing something, but you're super small. I thought that was literally this. I swear to God, I thought it was bigger. Fucking. I swear to God, I thought it was bigger. I thought it was bigger. That's what she said. Nah, I don't like that. Okay. Anyway, and then I'm gonna just. Oh, what? There we go. It wouldn't stay up. What are you? You're sharpen. I don't want to sharpen. Yeah. I don't want that. No. I want it smaller. Come on. There we go. Let's try this. It took white from the outside. That's not what I wanted. God, now he's whitewashed. I'm doing my worst fear. Fuck! That part doesn't look as bad. Oh, come on. There's dark in the dark Okay, fuck it. I'm going to do it in another episode, okay? Thank you. Subscribe if you want. Goodbye.